Guys, I haven't done a video for a while. I've been doing a lot of shorts and also some lives, but mainly shorts. But I came across this video of this young man from Chicago who definitely shows me that there is a bit of evolution happening. There is an enlightenment happening, not among all of us, but among some of us. So let's give him a chance to explain what happened.
Yesterday, I saw this white dude get his ass beat because he called a black guy the N-word, and it got me thinking. First, I want to say no disrespect to this black man. How he get down is how he get down. I'm about to just talk about myself, personally. I'm not hitting no white people that call me N-word. I'm not doing it. I have a life, bro. I have a career. I have a business. I have people that count on me to be available. And you don't get the luxury of putting all that in jeopardy because you decided to be racist this morning. The way I see it is like you don't get access to my anger. Because for me to get angry at you, I have to care about what you think, and I don't care what you think. And look, I'm from the west side of Chicago. Like, I'm from a part of the city where we just grew up. We used to fight. That's what we did. And I used to think that that's what being a man was. Like, if somebody disrespects you, you throw a hand. I don't really think that anymore. Now I think of manhood as a man doesn't get rattled. A man, it's hard to get in a man's head. It's hard to get a man irrationally emotional. I think a man makes smart decisions when it comes to protecting the things that he's worked hard for. I think a man regulates his emotions. A man can regulate his emotions. That's what manhood is to me now. And I already know the tough guy's gonna be in my comments like, ain't nobody calling me this, and like, oh, you a hoe and all this, and that's fine. I feel like the old me would have wanted to prove how tough I am through physical violence. Like, nigga, I'm 6'4", 220, what's up? Like, I don't really feel like I need to do that anymore. I feel like a man doesn't have to prove how tough he is through physical violence. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
So, his story is something that I see commonly on videos. I don't see it in real life. I mean, I'm in Canada and I don't normally encourage overt racism. I understand some people may encounter this. But, we always own our reaction. That's the one thing we own. And this young man is right. Why is someone throwing blows because of something someone else says? I mean, when I was growing up, I don't know if you guys heard this, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I look at it in this way. I try to define racism this way. Is it going to stop me from earning a living? Is it going to stop me from having shelter? Is it going to stop me from providing for my family? If not, I mean, that's someone's opinion, and I can't stop someone from having their opinion. And a matter of fact, I do consider racists to be some of the weakest people in the entire society. And once someone gives them power, with a reaction, they're going to exploit it. And, here is some guy, pounding some person because of something they said, probably going to prison. If he even goes further, probably spend the rest of his life in prison, because he can't handle his emotion. Now, this young man showed something which I think is positive, in that a lot of young people are no longer following this emotional stuff that, I heard people try to define being a man or being masculine by being loud and tough and all of that stuff. As we look at the Ukraine war that's happening right now, what's happening now, it's tanks, it's planes, it's weapons. All those things were built by men, mainly men. And those men, they use their brain, they use their intellect, they use their reasoning. Today, if you have 1,000 men marching with sticks, they'll be completely beaten by a small army of people with planes and technology. Until we realize that we're going to have to be more cerebral. We're going to have to think a little more. We can't just go into life thinking that we're going to use brute force and this need for respect, and that somehow we will get it. I think right now these young men who are waking up and evolving from this negative culture, they're the ones that are going to lead the black community in the future. Because too long, rap music, a lot of different people, especially here, still espouse these failure of ideas that we're going to be physically tough, and that's going to be what helps us. Right now, this young man is doing the right thing. He's being cerebral. He's thinking it through. He's looking at it, and he said something so brilliant that he's not going to give that person the right and to tap into his anger. That's brilliant, and I hope that a lot more of our young men will start to think like that and start to look to build skills, productivity, and gain resources. That's going to be the way that we can build strong families, we can build communities. We don't build that by fighting in the street because of something some guy said. Thanks, guys.